I lived for several years in Rochester, New York, where it can snow for 4 or 5 or 6 months out of the year. And then I spent the last 5 years in Seattle, where it practically never snows. And now I'm back in the Rockies. And my first week back in the Rockies, this was back in September. It wasn't so cold, but as it started to get colder, I noticed that I would get very lazy with one task. I'll let you think about what task it is. Well, I would often put off putting gas in my car because I just didn't want to step outside when it was 10 below, 20 below. And yesterday, I almost got into an accident because I was on the freeway and I was going 40 miles an hour trying to stretch out what little bit of gas I had left. And nobody had any patience for that, obviously. And what was really funny is that the last couple of days I've been putting off putting gas in my car, thinking that I'll put it in when the weather is better. And the weather kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And it just goes to show that if there's something you need to do and you're putting it off because your circumstances are not right, just understand they could be worse. So a lot of people watching my videos need to be eating healthier, for example, right? And they're thinking that, well, maybe when the situation around the world settles down, maybe I'll start eating healthier. Well, look at just a month ago, maybe you had to deal with the pandemic. Now you're worried about elections, and maybe that's causing you other problems, depending on what you do for a living, right? Maybe you have family troubles now. Who knows, right? The point is that if you start eating healthier today, you know the circumstances of what you're eating healthier under, right? If you want to do it next year, nobody can say what the circumstances are, right? That's the point I wanted to make, right? Well, if you're talking about investments that you need to make, I see so many people trying to look for a good entry point into the investments, whether they be precious metals or the stock market. I did a video one time where I showed the difference between dollar cost averaging and actually finding the bottom, which a lot of people can't successfully do, right? The difference was so minimal, and you're adding a lot of stress into your life. And worse yet, you're just putting it off until circumstances may change that make it impossible or at least more difficult to do it, right? A lot of people are putting off, they realize they need to practice good hygiene or good social distancing, and they're putting it off, right? You know, that this is the best connection they've had all year round, right? That they're not going to stop seeing their friend, or they're so busy writing computer games, they don't want to get up to wash their hands, right? Just realize that after you can put that off, but as soon as you get anything wrong involving not washing your hands or not practicing good social distancing, it might be too late, right? You won't have the strength to get up to wash your hands anymore, and if you end up in the hospital, you're not going to be social distance anymore, and you might catch another disease, right? So anyways, if there's something you need to do and the circumstances are not right, realize they could be even more not right. Thanks for watching.